I'm Jezreel from the Customer Success Team at Consultare Inc. Last week, we covered the blackout dates policy as outlined in SQF 2.1.1.8 under Management Commitment. Today, we will be focusing on the recognition program, specifically SQF Code Clause 2.1.1.2-5, still under Management Commitment requirements. This requirement ensures that employees are positively encouraged and required to notify management about any actual or potential food safety issues. It reinforces an organizational culture where open communication and proactive reporting are valued as key elements of food safety. By understanding and implementing this requirement, companies strengthen employee engagement, promote shared responsibility for product safety, and ensure that potential risks are identified and addressed before they impact product integrity or customer trust. For example, through the recognition program, employees who identify or report potential food safety risks like contamination risk, labeling errors, or equipment malfunctions can be acknowledged and recognized through monthly safety awards, public recognition during team meetings, or written commendations. These positive reinforcements motivate others to actively participate in maintaining food safety standards, demonstrating management's commitment to continuous improvement and employee improvement. By the way, this free training session is sponsored by Consultare Inc. Group, a compliance company. Founded in 2007, we began by assisting businesses with U.S. import and export compliance and have since evolved into a global provider of food safety, quality, and certification support. Today, our services revolve around compliance management software, specialized training, and end-to-end support services that help organizations achieve and maintain compliance with international standards. Through our platform, interlinkiq.com, we offer an integrated compliance management system that streamlines documentation, monitoring, and audit readiness. We also provide dedicated compliance and certification support programs for FSVP, PCQI, SQF, BRCGS, FSSC 22000, ISO 9001, GMP, and HACCP, helping businesses strengthen the regulatory compliance, enhance operational efficiency, and ensure alignment with global food safety and quality management standards. Now let's review our training schedule for the free SQF certification familiarization training. For this week, we will cover the recognition program as part of the management responsibility requirements. In today's session, we will begin by familiarizing ourselves with the SQF 2.1.1.2-5 recognition program. We'll start with a clear description of the requirements, followed by a walkthrough of the compliance action activities, which are your scheduled tasks carried out on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and semi-annual basis to ensure ongoing certification readiness. We will also discuss the importance of the annual review and internal audit activities to verify the effectiveness of the program and maintain continuous improvement. After this section, we will open the floor for a Q&A session, giving you the opportunity to clarify requirements and ask questions related to implementation. Kindly reserve your questions so we can address that during the portion of the training. And as part of the training, you can also request access to a free 90-day trial of our SQF certification management software. This tool helps streamline compliance tasks, assign accountability, and keep audit-ready records. It's also a great way to prepare for SQF certification, as many participants use it to get familiar with the SQF code and practice spotting compliance gaps before an official audit. And finally, upon completion of this training, each participant will receive a familiarization training certificate. To ensure that you receive your certificate, please make sure that you have filled up the free certification familiarization training sign-up form that we shared in the chat box. On the screen, you'll see the example of the familiarization certificate that you will receive upon completing each session. With that, let's move forward to our training session where we will be working directly with the SQF Compliance Management System software. So let's start by going over the description of the SQF 2.1.1.2-5 recognition program. Please take a look at the description on the screen. It says, to implement SQF 2.1.1.2-5, employees are positively encouraged and required to notify management about actual or potential food safety issues. So you may update or edit the description as needed to reflect revisions when the new SQF editions, such as Edition 10, are released. Now, to implement this program, we have created a list of action items in the Compliance tab. So this section will help FSQA or SQF practitioners to stay organized by scheduling tasks according to frequency, whether they are carried out on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or semi-annual basis. So here are some examples of your compliance action items or the tasks that you need to perform. For your daily activities, this may include conducting daily pre-shift food safety reminders, maintaining open reporting culture, respond immediately to any reported issues, check visibility and accessibility of reporting tools, and acknowledge employee reporting or acknowledge employee reports. Now, for your weekly activities, this may include reviewing and analyzing all reported issues for the week, verify functionality of reporting systems, conduct short awareness refresher, provide feedback to employees. For your quarterly, it includes review and evaluate reporting program effectiveness, update reporting system if needed, conduct employee feedback session, and perform trend analysis for preventive actions. And for your biannual or semi-annual activities, it includes conducting formal food safety reporting training, recognize and reward proactive reports or reporters, review reporting program during management review, and audit reporting channels for effectiveness. Now, this serves as your checklist for your compliance activities that you need to perform based on the frequency. You can either add your own compliance action items here, or we can preload all the required activities for you to perform. To complete these activities, we've also provided work instructions on each corresponding action item for you to serve as guide for you to perform these compliance action items. So it also includes the required artifacts or records to document completion. For example, let's pick one action item and see how we can perform this. Let's pick the third one, respond immediately to any reported issues. Let's click on the view button here to see the instruction on how to perform this. So first, you need to acknowledge reported issues promptly. The activity includes acknowledging receipt of the reported issues to the employee or reporting party to confirm it has been received and will be addressed. So for this to be completed, you need the incident notification log, email or message confirmation, or acknowledgement record. Next step is to initiate immediate preliminary assessment. It involves conducting an initial evaluation to determine the nature, severity, and potential impact of the reported issue on food safety, quality, or regulatory compliance. So you need to complete the initial assessment form, the incident report, or risk classification record. Next step is to activate response procedure. You need to follow the site's incident response or deviation procedure or program to ensure timely and appropriate actions are taken. So you can fill up or complete the deviation or incident response procedure, response log, or action checklist. Next step is to assign responsible personnel. It involves designating the responsible individual, for example, the FSQA or the maintenance or production leads, depending on the location of the incident and the responsible person on that specific site to address and contain the issue. So the artifact or record that you need to have or you need to complete here are the assignment record, response team list, and internal communication logs. Then you need to implement immediate corrective and containment action. So you need to take necessary measures to contain or eliminate the food safety risk, like product hold, area isolation, or line stoppage. So these are just examples of measures that you may need to resort to contain any potential risk of contamination. So the artifacts or records that you need here are the corrective action forms, product hold logs, or equipment isolation records, depending on the classification of the incident or the issue. Next is the document, to document all actions taken. So you need to record the details of the response activities, including personnel involved, time, and steps taken. So you need here the incident log, action record, or investigation notes. After that, escalate to management or food safety team if required. You need to inform the management or the food safety team if the issue is critical or requires cross-functional response. So the artifacts include here are the escalation email or memo, meeting minutes, or management sign off. And then verify effectiveness of immediate actions. You need to confirm that containment or corrective measures were successful in addressing the reported issue. So you can either have the verification checklist, monitoring records, or sign off sheet. Next is to initiate root cause analysis. If the issue has significant impact or recurrence potential, you need to initiate root cause analysis to prevent reoccurrence. So you need to complete the RCA form, investigation records, or CAPA documentation. And finally, you need to communicate resolution and close out the incident. It involves providing feedback to the reporting party and document the final resolution, ensuring closure of the incident. So the artifacts or records involved here are the closure form, communication log, or the incident tracking sheet. So to complete a specific action item, for example, this action item respond immediately to any reported issue, you need to upload any of the supporting evidence or your artifacts, records, or image as evidence of compliance. So for this example, we have uploaded the food safety issue notification and response record. Let's check this record. So this record shows clear evidence that employees are um, actively participating in maintaining food safety by promptly reporting concerns, and that management responds immediately to address them. So you have here the description of reported food safety issue, the type of issue, so it's a foreign material risk. During visual inspection of roasted nut mix on line 2, a small fragment of blue plastic was found on a conveyor belt near the packaging or the packing area. So the time is also included here, and the responsible person or where the issue was reported to. And then the immediate response or the action taken was also recorded here. So it says production on line 2 was stopped immediately. The affected product was isolated and placed on hold for further inspection. And then the QA team conducted a line inspection and removed all potential sources of plastic contamination. And then maintenance was notified to inspect the feeder guard, which was found with a small crack. So the feeder guard was replaced and line clearance was completed before resuming production. The time of response is also indicated here, and who verified the action taken. And then it also contains the root cause analysis, the findings, the root cause, and the corrective and preventive actions taken. So the actions taken here are replacing the crack guard, conducting preventive inspection on all feeder guards, updating preventive maintenance, and recognizing employee for prompt reporting during the time or during the team huddle. So the verification and culture is also recorded here as well as the recognition. So the employee who reported the incident was properly recognized. In this case, it was Emily Johnson. So the form of recognition is through a certificate of acknowledgement, and she was featured in the monthly food safety bulletin for proactive reporting. So the purpose of this recognition is to encourage all employees to report any actual or potential food safety concerns immediately. So this record not only documents the company's swift and effective response, but it also highlights its strong food safety culture where employees are empowered and appreciated for helping identify and prevent potential hazards. So this is just an example of um, an evidence of compliance to complete a specific compliance action item. Once you performed and completed a specific action item and uploaded the evidence of compliance, so the status here will be changed from no to yes. And once all the action items are completed, so your compliant percentage here will also increase. And if all the action items are covered or performed, the compliant percentage will go to 100%. So once again, these are simply examples of compliance best practices that you can adapt in your facility and in your process. You may also customize or develop your own action items tailored to your specific processes. Now let's go over to the annual review tab, which also serves as your internal audit checklist. So as you can see, these are presented in a form of questionnaire aligned with the SQF code. It lists all the required annual review items or assessment to help you maintain compliance with the SQF certification requirements. So under the recognition program, you may find the following assessment questions. First, is there a documented recognition program in place? Does the program have clear objectives to encourage employee participation in food safety activities? Are criteria for employee recognition clearly defined? Are employees informed and aware of the recognition program? Are recognition activities conducted regularly, like monthly, quarterly, or annually? Are records of recognition activities maintained and easily retrievable? Does the program include different types of recognition, such as verbal, certificates, incentives, or awards? Does the program help promote and support a positive food safety culture? Is management actively involved in promoting and implementing the recognition program? And is the recognition program reviewed at least annually for effectiveness and improvement? So just like with the compliance tab, this comes with instructions, work instructions on how to complete this assessment items. So let's take one assessment question. Let's pick this one here. Are employees informed and aware of the recognition program? So let's view the compliance action items or activities that you need to complete to perform that specific or to complete that specific annual review item. First is to develop an employee awareness strategy. So this involves developing a communication plan to ensure that all employees are informed of the recognition program, its objectives, and how they can participate. The artifact or record involved here are the communication plan and employee awareness strategy document. Next is to include recognition program in employee orientation. So the information about the recognition program shall be presented during new employee orientation to ensure early awareness. The artifact and record that you need to complete are the orientation checklist, orientation presentation, or signed orientation attendance log. Next is to conduct regular awareness training session. It involves periodic briefings or toolbox talks, which will be conducted to reinforce employee understanding of the program and encourage participation. So your proof of compliance here are training schedule, training attendance sheet, or toolbox stock record. Next is to display recognition program information in common areas. So the program, recognition program details, criteria, and instructions shall be posted on bulletin boards, digital screens, or other accessible areas of the facility. Your proof of compliance includes bulletin board posting log, photo documentation of postings, or program posters. And then you need to distribute communication materials. So this can be done in a form of a flyer, newsletter, or email announcement, and shall be distributed to employees to keep them informed of program updates or recognition events. Next is to use team meetings for program promotion. The supervisors and the FSCQA personnel shall remind the employees about the program during regular team meetings and huddles. So you need to have your meeting minutes, attendance log, or the agenda with recognition program item. And then you need to provide access to recognition program documents. A copy of the program policy and procedure shall be accessible to all employees, either digitally or in hard copy at designated areas. And then encourage employee feedback and participation. Employees shall be encouraged to ask questions or provide suggestions related to the recognition program to strengthen engagement. You have to prepare your employee feedback form, suggestion backlog, or survey results. And then conduct awareness verification activities. The SQF practitioner shall verify employee awareness through random interviews, surveys, or audits. And finally, you need to review and update communication methods annually. The communication strategy shall be reviewed at least annually to ensure continued effectiveness and coverage. So the artifact or record involved here are the annual program review report or the communication plan revision record. Now, to show compliance for this specific assessment question, are employees informed and aware of the recognition program? We have uploaded here an example of a document as proof of compliance, which is the employee awareness record for recognition program. So this record demonstrates that the company maintains an effective and consistent communication system or channel to ensure that all employees are aware of the recognition program in compliance with SQF Code 2.1.1.2-5. Information about the recognition program is communicated monthly. For example, during production meetings, so you have the monthly team meetings, and reinforced quarterly through food safety awareness session led by the quality assurance team. Updates and announcements are also posted on the food safety bulletin board and shared through internal email notices, ensuring that all employees, including those in different shifts, receive the information in a timely manner. For example, during the September 2025 awareness session, let's take a look at the awareness session example here. Mhm. So the QA manager reviewed the recognition criteria and shared recent success stories to remind staff how reporting food safety concerns contributes to a safer workplace. So the session was followed by a bulletin board posting summarizing key points and highlighting recognized employees. This structured and recurring communication approach helps sustain employees' awareness, reinforce engagement, and strengthen the company's overall food safety culture. So this is just an example, again, of evidence of compliance that you can provide as proof that you follow and comply with the recognition program and their management commitment.